Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan, a medically qualified doctor and a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin color.
I've been really enjoying this cleanser.
One of my personal favorite oil cleansers.
I highly recommend this one.
Overall, a good lightweight sunscreen.
Loving the Haruharu.
Today's video is such a highly requested video. It is, of course, K-beauty, and today we are investing Haruharu, so it means day by day in Korean. I love it, absolute disaster. No one should be buying this product. Amazing. Disaster, 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 disaster. Woo, that's a problem. Really like this product, totally unnecessary. And they thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put in denatured alcohol. This is not doing what it needs to do if you truly want to stimulate collagen. As you know, this is a non-sponsored channel. This means I don't accept payment from anyone ever. No brand, nobody. And this means I purchase every product myself. And this is so important for my skin of color family because it means this is evidence-based information. Starting off with the deep cleansing oil. Oh, I love this packaging. Beautiful. It's got a little seal on here. This is one thing Korean do so well is the rheology of the product and the packaging. So let's just check how it comes out. Nice. Good amount comes out in the pump. Good slip. And the reason why starting off your cleanse with a double cleanse with an oil cleanser is because you want to remove oil-based sunscreen first. Then you go in with your micellar gel wash or your foam wash in order to remove water-based dirt. This then allows any actives that you put on later to penetrate better into the skin. Okay, right, let's go through what's actually in the product itself. So in this product, the first ingredient is rice bran oil, which is a very nourishing oil. And I love the fact that they've called it rice, they've called it black rice as the actual brand title, as the hero ingredient, and it's also the first ingredient in the product. This is in contrast to, I've just done Skin 1004, and they called it Centella range, and then Centella is like the second to last ingredient with the lowest percentage. So I like that there's no miscommunication or misdirection with that, and that's really important. I think it's a bit of a signal as to the rest of the formula. So in here they've also got sunflower seed oil and jojoba oil, both wonderful oils for skin of color. It's a non-comedogenic formula, and that's excellent because most oil cleansers are comedogenic. Go and watch my other Korean videos on different forms of oils, but this is probably one of my favorite. The only downside to this product is they've only used Sorba 30 tetraleate emulsifier, which is basically a single surfactant. It might not be enough to fully cleanse the skin. So if you're just going to cleanse with this, it's not going to be enough. You're going to need to go in with a secondary cleanser. So like your micellar gel wash or a foam cleanser, because this is only going to break up your oils on the skin already or break up the sunscreen on the skin already. It's not going to really get in and clean the skin properly. So that's the only downside with this. But actually, if you know that, then you're going to use the double step anyway. So for me, I love it. This is one to purchase. Moving on to the cleansing gel, the Black Rice Moisture 5.5 cleansing gel. Beautiful packaging. So it comes out like a gel. Creates a little foam as well. Okay, so let me tell you what's in this and tell you whether it's worth your money or not. So actually this cleanser only has one surfactant in it, and it's a secondary surfactant. They've gone in with cocoa betaine. Cocoa betaine usually we use to boost the primary surfactant. So again, you're not going to get much cleaning with this, and you definitely have to use it in conjunction with another cleanser. This on its own is not really going to be enough for you. The second ingredient in here is glycerin, which I love. So it's a humectant, holds water in the top layer of skin. And then they've gone in with propanediol, another humectant. Don't forget, for skin of color, we have less ceramides in our skin than Caucasian skin. This means that our skin becomes drier quicker, and that's why humectants are essential in every single step of our routine, from the double cleanse to the hydrating toner to our exfoliators if you use one, to your moisturizer, and of course your sunscreen. So humectants throughout, and you definitely need ceramides at some point in the routine if you really want the most amount of glow that your skin can give. Having said this, this is NAVE safe, no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, no essential oils. That's the bare minimum for skin of color, and it's hydrating. So I really like this product and I would recommend it. It's even good for your teenage kids who are trying to get into skincare. They want to use the latest viral product and they're not sure. It's a really cute product, and it's one that I would be okay with my daughter using, and she's 11 years old. Moving on to the hyaluronic toner. Beautiful packaging again. I love it. It just looks like you're at the bottom of the sea or something. It's just so calming. I love it. It's a plastic bottle, but it feels heavy and like good quality. Oh, that is so nice. They have seals on everything. That's one thing. You don't understand, today I've opened up at least 40 bottles. So it's coming out very light. That's what I expect. Again, though, with toners, generally I prefer them as a spray rather than as a pump that's like pumping onto the skin. Because also, you know, you're wasting a lot of product when you put it onto the hands, and yeah, then you're just not getting maximum benefit. But anyway, let's have a look to see what's in this product, tell you if it's worth it or not. So the ingredients are water, betaine, which is a humectant, glycerin, another water magnet, propanediol, another water magnet, then rice extract and ferment. I love both of these. We get a little bit of alpha-arbutin with the ferment. It's hydrating and conditioning, I would say. You're not going to get much in terms of hyperpigmentation brightening, like having a fraction of % of alpha-arbutin isn't going to do much, but it is a NAFE-safe product. I'm happy for you to wear this if you have dry, dehydrated skin, flaky skin, sensitive skin, rosacea. All of those skin types are going to benefit from this toner. So this one is Dr. V approved for those specific conditions. That product is not to be confused with the hyaluronic toner. It is so confusing. The hyaluronic toner is for sensitive skin. And then the one I've just reviewed is the hyaluronic toner, black rice hyaluronic toner, which I think is for just normal skin. It gets even more confusing when I look at the ingredients list. So this is like black at the top and then white underneath. And that's basically how we're supposed to know the difference between the normal one and the sensitive skin one. Again, basically virtually the same formula. And comes out exactly the same, very light on the skin. Okay, right, now this is called the First Essence, and honestly, it's really similar to the product before. For me, I would say this is actually a waste of the product. The formula is almost the same, and the first one was I would formulate that for sensitive skin. It's perfect for sensitive skin. I think this is just a bit of a mistake product, if I'm perfectly honest. It's just not worth it, not worth your time, not worth anything really, because it's pretty much the same formula as the first one. I can't see how this is better for sensitive skin. There's nothing in here that's better for sensitive skin that isn't already in the first product. So for me, this is like totally unnecessary. Moving on to the Black Rice Hyaluronic Botanical 2GF Wonderful Ampule. So this is glass as well, so it's quite well protected. Beautiful packaging. Oh, it's got some weird thing. Okay. Ah, okay, right. So you just do this. Don't worry about the plastic thing at the top. And it gloops like this. Nice, okay. Okay, let's see if the actives actually work. Right, so this is meant to be for wrinkles, but in here there are no collagen stimulators. So I don't know how they're making this claim. Let me go through the inky list. First is water, then propylene glycol, then propanediol, then glycerin. So a bunch of humectants. Then your rice extract, which is conditioning, that's fine. Butylene glycol, another humectant, then ferments and extracts. So this is NAFE safe. No denatured alcohol, no fragrance, no essential oils. This is not going to irritate your skin, but this is also not going to stimulate collagen. I think what they're doing is they're thinking, if I just plump up the skin enough with enough humectants, I'll just sort of even out the skin a bit and hopefully help a little bit with the wrinkles. But actually, this is not doing what it needs to do if you truly want to stimulate collagen. If you have wrinkles and you are trying to stimulate collagen, the key actives you want are retinol, 0.1%, retinaldehyde, 0.1%. You want your vitamin C, ideally tetrahexyl decaloascorbate, and then maybe some antioxidants like coenzyme Q10. This is kind of like just the bare basics of this is, you know, what you need in a formula. So what I basically did for you, for those people with skin of color, is I created our antioxidant power serum, but I also created our triple action eye cream. These are both different parts of the face and require different percentage actives. So even though these both actually contain retinol and retinaldehyde. So let me show you this is what the Antioxidant Power Serum looks like. It has a very luxury gel-like feel. It works really well for beginners as well as intermediate users. The difference between the Antioxidant Power Serum and the Triple Action Eye Cream is that in here, I've actually loaded this up for not just fine lines around the eyes, but also hyperpigmentation around the eye area. So in here, I'm just gonna read it off for you. Put in 2% tranexamic acid, 2% niacinamide, 0.5% alpha-arbutin, 2% tetrahexyl decaloascorbate. Remember I told you this is the fat-soluble soluble vitamin C to stimulate collagen, 0.1% retinaldehyde, 0.1% retinol, 0.5% matrixyl 3000, which is what's going to help with your fine lines. Derm stim, those are stem cells to help with hyperpigmentation. These are some of the actives that we put into the triple action eye cream. And in fact, we've just been shortlisted for the Pure Beauty Awards for the best new product for this particular product. We've also just been shortlisted for the best doctor brand, and these are the biggest beauty awards in the United Kingdom. So like to win that would be amazing. But even the fact that we're shortlisted against hundreds of applicants, I just think is phenomenal. So it's one of the products I'm really, really proud about. If you tried it, let me know below your thoughts on it. Moving on to the anti-wrinkle serum. So if you are new to this channel, something you should know is I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single YouTube video. The reason I do this is my service to you to ensure that you know when I'm here to come and ask me your skincare questions. When you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know that I'm here. The other thing is we just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube in January 2025. And then, which I think is incredible, and then 8 weeks later, we hit another 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is like blows my mind because it took me 2 years to hit my first 100,000. But do you know what really blew my mind is when I looked at my stats, can you guess the percentage of people who watch me every day but haven't subscribed? 88%, which was just insane to me. And it made me think, please, can you guys subscribe? And like get us to 2 million subscribers quickly. That would be incredible because all our YouTube money goes to charity. All of our ad money goes to charity. And the more subscribers we have, the more that the videos get pushed and the better it is for my Global Skin of Color family. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please, please do. Okay, right, back to the video. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So it looks a bit milky, a little bit yellow. Oh, okay. So it's coming out as an emulsion. And that's quite rare, actually. These guys don't usually like emulsions. They tend to go for clear products more. Whew, that's a problem. This is basically relying on the ferment in order to be anti-wrinkle. But ferment is a conditioner. It doesn't stimulate collagen. It's also got hyaluronic acid in there to sort of hydrate and plump the skin, which is fine. But again, we have no collagen stimulators in this product. So no, this is not an anti-wrinkle serum. In fact, they went the opposite direction. And they thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put in denatured alcohol because I really want to wrinkle that base fast. And that's what they did. And then they also went in with lavender oil, which is that horrendous smell that just should not be on the skin. I'm okay for you to smell it. Like, I'm okay for you to do this. I'm not okay for you to actually put it on your face because it leads to contact dermatitis in 3 to 4% of the population. This also includes, please, in your scalp oils, your scalp products should not have any bergamot, any lavender oil, any other essential oils. These things irritate the scalp. And if you have an irritated scalp, it will lead to hair thinning and hair fall, which is the opposite of what we're trying to do, especially as we age. So please, hair oils should not have any essential oils in them at all. I am working on something for you which doesn't exist. I'm not going to say any more, but I'm going to let you guys guess. I'm just going to let you guys guess right down below what secret project am I working on for my Global Skin of Color family that I've not even hinted at yet. Oh, so just in case it wasn't obvious, this one's an obvious no. Moving on to hopefully a much better product. This is a hyaluronic cream unscented. So this is interesting. Unscented, by the way, doesn't mean anything because it can just mean they used a masking scent. You want fragrance-free. You want to look for the words fragrance-free. Oh, I love this packaging. Beautiful. Oh, nice. Stuck now. We're stuck. We're in. This is like the downside. I'm so oily and sticky at the same time. Okay, right. So, oh, nice. This is how it looks. Bit of a marshmallow type feel inside. I'm going to put on the other hand because the other hand's full of scent now. Do you guys ever do this? Like, I'm never going to even waste product on this side. Okay, so it's a light moisturizer, quite lightweight, not very heavy. All right, let's have a look what's inside this thing. Okay, so it's a moisturizer with extracts and ferment, but the big mistake they made was they added denatured alcohol. And if this is meant for sensitive skin, which it says literally all sensitive skin, this is a disaster. It's such a basic error. I don't even understand what they were doing. So if you're sensitive skin, guys, please avoid this product. Facial oil. Facial oils I'm starting to get into actually, now that I'm a little bit older. I think it's such a nice way of occluding the skin in the evening. Oh, beautiful packaging. I love how consistent the whole range is. Nice. So it comes out very light. Nice oil. All right, let's check what's in this oil. So it starts off really well. It's got rice bran oil, which I love, sunflower seed oil, and jojoba oil. But can you guess where they went wrong? They added lavender oil. This is such a disaster. And the only reason I tell you to wear a facial oil is if you post-menopause and your skin is very dry, or you have like eczema-prone skin, in which case both sets of skin are sensitive. You cannot afford to be applying irritants to the skin. So this is an absolute disaster. No one should be buying this product, especially those people who need a facial oil. So this one is a hard no. Moving on to the bakuchiol eye cream. Now, as you know, I have very high standards when it comes to eye creams for skin of color, because for us, we have three main concerns. We don't just get fine lines. We get fine lines, past dark circles, plus puffiness. We get all three, and they actually require quite high concentrations of actives. So let's see if these guys reach my standards, basically. I really like this packaging though. This is so cute. I love the pump with the tube. It's so clever. Beautiful. Okay, so a little bit comes out, so it's not gonna, you're not wasting product. I like that. All right, let's go through it. In here is a bakuchiol eye cream. It's meant to improve wrinkles and skin elasticity. The problem is, like I said before, the formula in order to treat any of these things around the eyes is 0.1% retinol, 0.1% retinaldehyde. You want your alpha-arbutin, you want your tranexamic acid, you want your vitamin C, you want your caffeine, and this product only has bakuchiol and niacinamide. They've called it a retinol alternative. So yes, you can wear this during pregnancy, but it's not going to do anything much for the eyes. It's like a moisturizer. It's like wearing a bakuchiol moisturizer or a niacinamide moisturizer. It's just not worth it. So this is a secret something I have been working on. I haven't even launched it on YouTube yet. This is actually the world's first anti-aging serum for pregnancy. So now we get pregnant later. Our first pregnancy now happens in our 30s. By then, we've already lost about 5% of the collagen. And so by this point, a lot of us are using retinol and may have started Botox. But you have to stop all these things during pregnancy and breastfeeding. And so I was thinking, hold on, what are women supposed to do in this part of their lives? And if you have 2 children, that's like 3 or 4 years like gone with not wearing anti-aging ingredients on the skin. So I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create the world's first anti-aging product for pregnancy. The reason I'm talking about it now is because I actually added bakuchiol. I'm going to tell you what I put into this product and it's going to blow your mind. In fact, so much that I actually wear it every day myself, and I'll explain to you why. In here, I've put in 2% niacinamide, 2% tetrahexyldecalascorbate, that's your vitamin C, 2% peptide complex to stimulate the collagen. I put in 3-O-ethylascorbic acid, that's a vitamin C that goes in the epidermis. I put in bakuchiol, which is your retinol alternative that's safe to use during pregnancy. Put in coenzyme Q10, your ceramides, because skin of color lacks ceramides and it gets worse during pregnancy. I put in licorice root extract to brighten the skin. I put in phytic acid to also brighten the skin, and I put in glycerin as well. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. It comes out as a very light serum. In fact, what I realized by accident is that we had actually made the world's best vitamin C serum too, because we added fat-soluble vitamin C plus water-soluble vitamin C together, but with a whole bunch of skin brighteners plus bakuchiol and collagen stimulators. So now my morning serum has become our pregnancy glow serum. And what I want you guys to write down below, tell me, should we keep the name pregnancy glow serum, or should we change the name to vitamin C serum and then in brackets safe for pregnancy? So I'm going to leave it to you guys to decide what we should do with this, but this has become my go-to and I feel like my skin is so much brighter. If you guys are using this, can you also write down below so you can just tell me and tell everybody else how great your skin looks. Moving on to the black bamboo mist. That is so satisfying. Look at that. It feels like oxygen coming out from the bottom of the sea. Okay, beauty, another level when it comes to packaging. Even thinking about these things, I would never, oh, and I'm loving that they've gone for the spritz. Genius, well done on this. Well done on this packaging. I love it. Nice and heavy bottle as well. Right, is it worth the product though? Let's see what's inside. Oh no, no. Okay, it starts off so well. It starts off with water, glycerin, betaine, propanediol. So very hydrating. But then they thought, no, we're giving them too much hydration. We're gonna go in with denatured alcohol at this point and strip out all that hydration. Then they put in bergamot fruit oil. They put in lavender oil, mentha, linalool, limonene, citronelle, and geraniol. These are all disasters. Disaster, 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 disaster. What a waste of a product. What a waste of money. And like, your skin is gonna be so upset with you. Avoid. Moving on to the AirFit Daily Sunscreen. It says SPF 50 PA Bull Plus S. Nice packaging. It's gone in with the pump. Penetrates quite, it's not too much of a white cast. I think that's very nice actually, nice formula. Right, let's see what's in here. Here they've used ethyl hexyl triazone, which is not an FDA approved chemical filter. There's no fragrance in this, which I like, but to be honest, I'm not gonna approve this until we have further testing on this particular filter. So in a few years, when we have more data, then I'm gonna come back and review this, especially with these new chemical filters. Because chemical filters do tend to enter the bloodstream, I am more cautious, and I'm always going to recommend a mineral SPF over a chemical SPF. This I'm very excited about. This is a Pure Mineral Relief Daily Sunscreen. It's actually quite white. Oh my gosh, I don't know if this is going to work for skin of color, to be honest. It's not great, but I actually really like the formula. So in here, it's zinc oxide as the second ingredient, which I love. It is NAF safe, which I love. If you have hyperpigmentation, or you have dull skin, or you have sensitive skin, or you're pregnant, or you're a child, I'm always going to tell you to wear mineral SPF. Now, the reason is zinc oxide is anti-inflammatory. And when you have hyperpigmentation, it's actually the inflammation that's leading to pigmentation. So you want an anti-inflammatory. Zinc oxide is a fantastic anti-inflammatory. Now imagine, for example, like when we made this is when we made our Inzincable SPF 50. This is 17% zinc oxide. Now 17%, imagine, of an ingredient which is anti-inflammatory is ideal. I'm going to put on this hand for you. So I'm just going to show you, like, basically it's been made for skin of color, so no white cast. And the reason is that, number one, I want it to actually not enter the bloodstream to sort of protect the skin without, causing you problems later. But I also put in MelaShield. So MelaShield is your stem cells that are tyrosinase inhibitors, plus niacinamide, plus blue light protection, which are all important for us, especially if you have hyperpigmentation. So I'm always going to recommend a mineral over a chemical sunscreen for you. Moving on to the Black Bamboo Daily Soothing Sun Shield. This is very interesting, actually. I think this is a stick. Oh, I like. Okay. Oh, I like this. Nice. This is like, it just looks a bit like glowy on the skin. No white cast or anything. I really like this. Especially if you're like running or something. It's such a cute thing to have in your pocket, but let me tell you what's in here. So this is a chemical filter. Again, they've gone for one that's not FDA approved. They've gone for diethylamino hydroxybenzyl hexyl benzoate. Again, we need to wait a few years actually to get more data on this to see how it's going to affect my skin of color family. So for me, I'm just go with things that have been used for decades and we have a lot of data on versus newer filters, which might be nice, but it's just unnecessary, For me, I'm going to say, let's just wait a little bit before I tell you about this one. Moving on to the hyaluronic essence. So I actually haven't investigated this one yet properly. I think this one got lost in the box, but I'm just going to do it on camera for you. Oh, this is so nice. It is so satisfying. I can imagine teenage kids just loving this. Oh, I would love this as a kid myself. Oh, so gloopy. I feel like they upgrade themselves from like slime to gloopy skincare. I think that's like the process by which this all happens. Okay, it's looking a bit white because I've got all that sunscreen under my hand, but does feel very nice on the skin. Very cooling. Actually, that might be a problem. Let me tell you now what I think. So it's water first, which is fine. Then glycerin, which is your humectant. Betaine, your humectant. Propanediol, your humectant. Then it's got rice extract, which I love, so conditioner. Then they've got aloe, which is anti-inflammatory. I love it. They've got ginseng, which is anti-inflammatory, good for anti-aging. They have then some ferment, which is also good, but they've gone in with denatured alcohol and lavandula oil and linalool. So put in alcohol and fragrance. So this is not a safe product, and it's not one I'd recommend for you or your children. What a shame, because it could have been so good. So this brand has really confused me. Some products I've loved, some products I've hated, but I guess that's the reason we have this channel, isn't it? So we can investigate brands. Now learn how to get glass skin.